I need to find this indefinite integral. I need to find this antiderivative. Okay, so I see that there's an a squared plus b squared type expression down the bottom, so I could do trig sub, right? I could let x be equal to 4 tan theta, and then dx would be equal to 4 secant squared theta d theta, which would make this integral equal to 3 times 4 tan theta, right? I need to substitute the x, and then I need to put that expression in there. And on the bottom, I would substitute the x again and get radical 4 tan theta squared plus 4 squared. And then I need to substitute the dx, right? It's going to be 4 secant squared d theta. Goodness, keep up, please. And then if I simplify that, I get 48 tan theta times the secant squared theta, right? And then on the bottom, I'm going to use a trig identity, 1 plus tan squared theta equals secant squared theta. So all of this is going to change into that. And, you know, I can simplify a little bit. I can factor out that 16 and cancel that with what's on the top. And then I get absolute value of secant theta on the bottom. But secant theta is always positive for this integral, and so I can just get rid of those absolute value bars, and so I get 12 tan theta secant theta for my antiderivative, and then I'm thinking, oh, that's a derivative that I know. And so the antiderivative is 12 secant theta plus c. Oh, but I'm not done. I have to convert to terms of x, so I better draw a triangle. And what I had was x equals 4 tan theta, so I mark the adjacent and the opposite, and then I figure out what the hypotenuse is, and that tells me what secant theta is going to be. And so here's my final answer. I could do that. Or I could notice that there's a quadratic down here, and there's a linear up here. And so this is actually a situation in which we could just do a u substitution. We could set u equal to x squared plus 16. We could set du equal to 2x dx. And when we make that substitution, we get 3/2 du on top, right? Because there's 3x dx. When you make that substitution, that's what you'll get. And on bottom, you just get radical u. Radical u on the bottom is otherwise known as u to the minus 1/2 power. This guy is super easy to take the antiderivative of. And then you back substitute the u. So you get 3 times radical x squared plus 16 plus c. Much shorter, yes? And so, I mean, maybe you want to back up this video and go back over the trig sub again, but I don't recommend it. I just want to remember that always check to see if something easier will work before you jump towards something crazy like trig sub.